Now that we were back in Perth, we had a few jobs to get done before we could keep venturing north. First, Houston and Whitey swapped out the springs on the DRZ while I replaced the oil seal retainer that broke when my chain came off. The next morning, we got up nice and early to get to Adventure On store for some new tyres. Nelson was kind enough to come into the shop an hour early so we didn't have to stay in the city. We got both rear wheels off, ready to go for when he got there, and when we got one back, we swapped it for the front. With some new shoes, it was time to get back on the road and see the rest of WA. Our next stop was the Pinnacles Desert. Houston was getting a bit too comfortable in the sand and needed to be humbled. We spent 2 nights at Sandy Cape Recreation Park and wish we could have stayed longer, but we had already booked our next campground in Kalbarri. Sandy Cape was easily one of our favourite campsites of the trip, and I can say that because I'm recording this after we finished the trip. With a gorgeous beach, sand dunes with stunning views, warm weather and plenty of snorkeling, I couldn't be happier, and it was only a 20-minute ride into town to grab groceries, so we got to cook up some real food while we were there. Sadly, it came time to leave, but luckily we were heading to another beautiful spot along the west coast. Our first stop while in Kalbarri was Nature's Window. It was a short hike with great views, but there were a lot of people at the top and we weren't able to squeeze a photo in. Next, we had a few lookouts on the other end of Kalbarri, like Natural Bridge and Island Rock. Then we found some puddles to splash in before heading off the next day.